Hi everyone, Lizanne Hunt here again, and I'm back as promised to talk to you about the different types of emotions that we can experience. The first one you'll would recall me saying a lot about is the one named trapped emotions, right? So that's where you have experienced something and it goes into your body and it's now trapped. That has an easy fix. You identify it and you release it and you go about life, right? The second one is called a shared emotion. This typically affects siblings. So something happens mostly in a household, or it could happen to very close friends too. And when something happens, you both experience the emotion at the same time. So you're now sharing this emotion, right? And just like a trapped emotion, it can be identified, it can be released. The other emotion I wanted to talk to you about is where you may be feeling a bit off. This emotion just affecting you, but you can't understand why. Because typically it's not your emotion. It is an emotion that you have absorbed from someone else. Yeah. And this typically happens in families too, where the parents might be going through something and the children just absorb it from them. Even vice versa, the children could be going through something and the parents feel it for them or whatever. It's not your emotion, but for some reason it affects you because you have absorbed it from the person. But just because it's not your emotion doesn't mean that you have to hang on to it forever. The emotion can also be identified and can also be released, right? The last emotion, and this one is where you have absolutely no control over it, because this emotion is trapped at conception. It is called an inherited emotion. You ever notice like a little child, very young child, 4 years old, 5 years old, very angry and whatever, and it's like, what has this child gone through to feel this way? But it's not their emotion. The parents pass this emotion to the child through conception. But just like all the other emotions, it can be released. It can be released. And the good thing about it is when it's released from the child, it can also be released from whichever parent it was inherited from. So these are the 4 different types of emotions that I wanted to tell you about. So if you're feeling heavy, you're feeling any type of way, please book a session and we will work through that. All right, everyone, have a good day.